Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of my food experiences when I came here, living in Massachusetts and in isolation, and then when I came to New York, I would explore finding things through different other African stores or African American stores. Like finding where am I gonna find fresh okra, y'all? Like, you know? And like collard greens are delicious and very close to so many other Sudani greens, like selj. It's very close to selj. It's very.
And 2004 was a big year
Yeah.
because that's the year your parents graduated and you graduated
Yeah.
from Wesleyan.
I graduated from Wesleyan. They graduated from UMass.
Okay. Tell me about that experience for the family.
It felt like.
And what did you major in?
So I majored in ethnomusicology, and my parents majored in international education. My father focused on the intersection between human rights abuse and environmental rights abuse. And my mother works on women's development. And so they're very smart people. And I graduated in ethno. It was an incredible moment because it felt like okay, we're starting finally.
A family milestone
Mm-hmm,
to come all the way through, what was going on, the coup, to Yemen, to Massachusetts, to graduation, major milestone.
Absolutely.
And you had to tell them that you were going to New York to pursue a musical career. Now you have these parents who are graduated from UMass, who are into education, and as a Muslim, you're only given, 4 professions. So you talk to their parents about becoming a music artist.
Exactly. I tried to sell it by being like, I'll be an ethnomusicologist. I'm basically a professor.
How did they take it?
They're like, great. So we'll wait to see you at your PhD program. And I was like, oh, you really took that seriously with this professor stuff. I meant I'm going to New York to pursue music. Did not go well. Did not go well. My parents are amazing. They're super supportive now. They're really super supportive. But they were really like, we just moved. Like, really, when you think about it, it had been from 94 to 2004, like, so 10 years. It really felt like when we graduated, it was our first fresh, like,
new beginning, new start.
Okay, we made it.
Yeah.
We can now start our American lives kind of vibe. And it was not really that. And I wanted to go and pursue music in New York.
They gave you their blessing, quasi blessing.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll say that.
So you hit New York. What did you do?
Became a waitress. I came to New York. I hit up all of the local music, venues that I could find. I wanted to meet every musician that I knew that did music that wasn't Western music. I did not want to become a pop artist. I knew that from the beginning. That's not my goal. That's never been my goal, and it's still not my goal. I wanted to make music that I would listen to at home. That's how I put it to myself. And I didn't care about arenas and stadiums and fame. I still don't. I just want to make music that feels real, that feels really good in my heart, and that I feel like I can leave as a legacy to my family and my friends, as a way to remember me. So I hit up every single small venue. And I met my first mentor, Haig Manoukian. May he rest in peace. He passed away in 2014. But he is an oud player.
Where is he from?
Armenian. And Haig, actually, I worked with him on my first paid gig. And he defended me in front of this guy that was trying to bully me because he thought I didn't know enough Arabic music. Even though I was slaying him, I was like, whatever, you just know Greek styles. So anyway, sorry, back to the Haig and I met then, and Haig is the one who pulled me into the Sounds of Tarab, the band.
Mm-hmm.
And
Talk about the Sounds of Tarab.
the Sounds of Tarab was a band that was put together by a bunch of New York second and third generation immigrants from like Albania and Armenia, and one African American lady, and then she left though, and then we had a couple of rotations of different percussionists, from an Egyptian guy to this. The Sounds of Tarab basically came together to do covers of Tarabu music from Zanzibar and Eastern Kenya from the 1960s and 70s.
Did you tour a lot?
We did not tour a lot. We played locally mostly.
Mm-hmm.
We actually exclusively played locally. That was our thing. And for me, that was the beginning of my experience and of witnessing the end of what I think used to be a normal thing in New York. So my mentor was part of an old dying tradition, which doesn't exist anymore, of musicians that would play 6 days a week in New York City. And that's how they made a living, and that's how they lived, and that's who I first met.
Were you able to make a living at this time through your music?
At that time, no. I started to make a full-time living off of music, I think around 2014.
2014, that's when you started your band.
Mm-hmm. No, I started my band actually in 2012, 2011, 2010, 2011.
Talk about the start of your band.
So I started the
And
band.
what gave you the courage to start out on your own?
Oh,
Because that's a difficult thing for an artist.
it was. I don't know.
You're young. You're in your 20s at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes a lot of courage.
I just knew that I was not making the music I wanted to make. And the only way I was going to make the music I wanted to make was to make it. I wasn't being told yes by other people. I am not a musician that other people wanted to hire, being very clear about that, you know? And that's why I took things into my own hands, you know? I wasn't, at that time, it wasn't okay to want to sing in Arabic and not do pop Arabic music and not want to do pop Sudani music. Like, I was doing something very strange and unique, and I didn't know how to label it. And I wanted to do it very much. I knew I needed to do it. And nobody said yes to me. So I said yes to me.
So you started, tell me the process of starting your band.
I went, so first I looped in Haik Manukian. May he rest in peace, as we say. Then I pulled in Rami Al-Asr, who I played with in the Sounds of Tarab also. He is actually my co-founder in the project. He's the one who gave me we would have all these dinners together and chat about music and movement and migration and how sound moves with people. And truly, you carry it the way you carry your food, your recipes. And we would talk about that as we were eating and cooking. And I was like, I think we should do something about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think this should be a whole... He was like, oh, maybe a show or a concert. I was like, no, I think a band.
So you put the band together.
Mm-hmm.
What's the process of getting a record deal?
I would not know how to tell you. It was an accident.
No, please. This is for all those who don't know how to get a record deal, because sometimes it's an accident.
It was an accident. I got a record deal by accident. But I also didn't get a record deal. Like, my album is not owned by anyone. I own all my work.
From the beginning?
From the beginning.
Okay, so let's start there. Let's talk about the accident.
Mm.
Who did you meet?
I met Aaron Schultz, from Wonder Wheels Recordings. And
How did you meet him?
I met him through a guy named Eric. I used to be an administrative assistant at Giant Step, a music marketing company.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I knew this guy named Eric, who was friends with this guy named Aaron. And Aaron, when we finished recording the full album, it was finished completely.
Who financed it?
I did.
You financed the full recording of the album. Okay, so you own the master.
I own everything.
Okay, no, let's talk about that, because we want our audience to know the process of being an independent artist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, So you financed the recording of the first album.
Mm-hmm.
You own the master.
Mhm.
You have the master and
Mhm.
you want to get it distributed.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Eric,
Mm-hmm.
who has Wonder Wheel.
Eric is friends with Aaron. Aaron is managing Wonder Wheel. Yep.
Wonder Wheel is a distribution company.
It's actually a record label and a distribution company. I went and I specifically asked for a licensing deal. I knew I didn't want to be...
Who taught you that? Who did you have a lawyer?
No.
Who taught you what a licensing deal is?
Research.
No, you got to tell the people. You got to look at the. You got to tell the people because
Research, kids.
Yeah. So you did this all on your own.
Yeah.
So you knew through research, if I finance the album, I own the master.
Yep.
Then I can get a licensing deal, right? What is a licensing deal?
A licensing deal is a deal where you allow another party, company, whatever, to help administrate the usage of your album. And so you own all of the album and you can work out whatever the cut is going to be depending on however you guys want to work it out, however much money they want to put in or not put in. And and that's up to you, how your negotiating skills. I don't want to really, and what they want to offer you. But for me, it was very clear that I own 100% of my masters. That is non-negotiable. And we will work out the negotiation based on a certain amount of time. And you put in a deadline to when it ends, kids.